How do you do, sir? Scratch that. Nobody speaks like that anymore.
Mi amor, quiero presentarte a mi amigo. Él es un poquito loco, pero tú vas a ver que está heavy. Ay Dios, ahí va.
Y'all know it? No, wrong language.
Hello, I'm Poe. I would say that you know me, but you don't, since I kinda don't exist anymore. What do I mean by that? Just wait and see. I'm sure you're wondering, who am I and what I look like? Well, bam! I'm this sexy son of an introverted genius. Genius? Same shit. But that's right. I make you drop dead. Probably that's too soon. But I'm the one who took a vacation from Spain to the Americas with my man, the boy, Christopher Columbus. Before I get ahead of myself and infect President Franklin D. Roosevelt, I should probably tell you about myself. My job, as any other virus, is to enter a cell and produce additional infectious particles. I know this because I Wikipedia'd myself, but that shit is too long, so I won't bore you with the details. In the 15th century BC, Egyptians documented on a stone tablet of an Egyptian man with a withered limb. But there are more Egyptian mummies that have been paralyzed by me, because of the fact that for every 200 or so virus particles that encounter a cell, only one will successfully enter and replicate. But I'll just jump into my vacay with Columbus. I might have contaminated some water streams here and there. So I've been on this planet during the pre-Columbian times. But anyway, my boy Christopher Columbus had the greatest idea of sailing west across the Atlantic instead of around the massive African continent. Columbus wanted fame and fortune, and I just wanted a vacation from the British. The Spaniards. Or aren't they the same? I don't know. Well, Columbus found some dope people to sponsor him so they can all be famous, as well as spread Catholicism. I can't say that word. But they spread that across the globe. As he began to pack up the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, I'm pretty sure I'm saying this wrong, but who cares? I began to pack up with my day ones, hepatitis and smallpox. We small, but we keeping it 100. Well, we set off into the distance. I might have gotten a bit seasick, and I'm a virus, so maybe it was God's will, but I don't know. On October 12, 1492, we landed in one of those islands. This nutcase, Columbus, believed it was India. Yet he left 40 men and sailed back to Spain. Somehow I didn't get that memo, so I was stuck on the island, and boy did everything change. Know why? We didn't know shit. Everyone's energy was so low due to the lack of resources, but I was too young to die, so I did what I could to survive. I began to hijack some cells assembly process and reproduce. I just made thousands of copies of myself. One night, walls caved in, and I couldn't find hepatitis or smallpox at all. The ground shook, and I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. You do not want to know what tunnel I took. Somehow I ended up into another Spaniard, but word spread that Columbus was coming back to shore. This happened 3 times. As it came back and forth, the rest of my squad came, just like influenza, common cold, and other diseases I already forgot. During this time, the Spaniards ran into some major native populations. So we all made a run for it, except for hepatitis. Her type was Spaniards. Don't question it. Why did we make a run for it? It's obvious. We got bored of the Spaniards, and some just stopped moving. Literally, they couldn't even move a toe. I thought the natives would be refreshing. That's what I heard. But their whole structure is entirely different. Everything began to crumble every time I made copies of myself. I mean, a cell is just a cell. I've heard Columbus has a controversial legacy, and that's something we have in common. To him, he believed he found a new source, but instead he caused a major loss. Whereas for me and my squad, we broke the glass ceiling by populating quicker worldwide. Dang, that got dark real quick. Just pretend I didn't say anything. Well, my time is up. This is Po, as in polio, and this was my story.